Sports.
Macy Groharing has been a standout for Byron basketball since she started her freshman year, and tonight she was closing in on the 1,000-point mark in just the second game of her junior season. Groharing just 10 points away, trying to get there tonight against Pearl City in the Dakota Thanksgiving tournament. Her teammate Bryn Green getting the first points of the game off this three. This team should be ready to hit the ground running after not losing any starters from last season, and Groharing starting to dial in now. Fellow junior Malia Morton swings it over. She knocks down the triple, even counting it up after knowing she is just 2 points away now, and the young Tiger fans ready to see her hit that milestone. They did not have to wait too long, passing the 1,000-point mark off of the corner three. The Tigers pick up their second win of the season against Pearl City, and Groharing has another milestone crossed off the list.
Being able to see all the 7th graders look up to me, it's a super exciting feeling, and I feel like I can always they're out there and they're always cheering me on. It's really humbling for me. But honestly, I couldn't have done it without my teammates because they're just such selfless players to where our team is so successful because of them. So honestly, without them, I would have been anywhere close to hitting my 1,000 points.
Macy's been one of the best basketball players to watch in the area since she was starting on that second-place team her freshman year. Congrats to her and the Tigers.